Everyone wants to know the secret metric behind six-figure launches. They obsess over ads, open rates, follower counts, and funnels. But here's the truth. None of those numbers predict success. There's one metric that tells us, without fail, whether a launch will scale or stall. And it's not on your dashboard. It's emotional readiness. You can have the strategy, the structure, the systems. But if your business isn't emotionally calibrated for demand, it collapses under its own success. We've seen it 100 times. A founder has their biggest month ever, but they're exhausted, panicked, or quietly terrified that they can't replicate it. And that fear, it leaks into the messaging, into the delivery, into the energy of the next campaign. Because launches don't just run on systems. They run on the stability behind them. This is why we don't just measure performance by revenue. We measure resonance. How congruent is your brand energy with the result you're trying to create? Does your backend actually support the emotional and operational load you're calling in? Because scale without safety isn't growth, it's strain. Inside our signature program, we teach founders the launch architecture that compounds. Every part of the process is designed to predict what's coming next, and to keep your energy, your systems, and your conversions in alignment. Because real success isn't a viral spike, it's consistent resonance between what you sell, how you deliver, and who you've become in the process. The metric we track is something we call predictive congruence. It's not about how many people clicked. It's about how seamlessly your offer, audience, and infrastructure work together. When those three align, revenue compounds like interest. When they don't, you burn out chasing volume. You know who does this better than anyone? Luxury brands. They never chase engagement for engagement's sake. Every campaign feels inevitable because it's backed by discipline, precision, and timing. Their systems are built to support the emotion they sell. That's why people line up to buy a $5,000 handbag and leave feeling like they've invested in identity, not leather. And that's what most founders miss. They think marketing is about persuasion, when really it's about proof of alignment. The audience doesn't believe the offer until you do. They don't trust the system until you embody stability. So when we look at a client's metrics, we ask 3 questions. 1. How well does your system reflect your standard? 2. How congruent is your messaging with your method? And 3. Is your capacity built to hold the volume you're asking for? Because scaling isn't just about more, it's about matching. Your infrastructure has to match your ambition. Your visuals have to match your value. Your delivery has to match your demand. That's why our clients often pair our signature program with a full upgrade from our website template shop. Because your website isn't just a page, it's proof. It's the first structural expression of your business maturity. It shows your audience you're not just taking up space online. You've built a world they can step into. When your brand, your system, and your emotional readiness all align, growth stops feeling like a gamble and starts feeling like gravity. That's what we mean by predictive congruence. So yes, there's a hidden metric behind every 6-figure launch, but it's not a number you find in analytics. It's the degree to which your business, your systems, and your state of mind are aligned for demand. That's why we track it. That's why our clients scale faster, calmer, and more consistently than ever before. And that's why the best launches aren't the ones that break records. They're the ones that build rhythm. If you want to learn how to build a business that scales without chaos, with structure that holds, systems that stabilize, and a brand presence that truly reflects your value, explore our signature program. Or if you're ready to refresh the way your brand shows up visually, start with our template shop, designed to help high-performing entrepreneurs upgrade their digital presence with elegance and ease. Because when your systems and visuals finally match your vision, that's when your growth stops feeling like work and starts feeling like inevitability.